What is going on, guys? Predator458 here, and welcome back to my channel. And today we are in the Japanese Tier 6 cruiser, the Aoba, and it is not a good match for us. This is a Tier 8 match. We got a friendly Turpin in front of us. Obviously the enemy's got some Megamis and some North Carolinas and some Turpitses themselves, so this is not looking pretty good for us, but we'll see how it goes. Now when this match started, I sort of headed towards my fleet a bit and then turned with them, so the recording didn't start quite at the very beginning of the match. But we got an enemy Aoba, and we took some shots with high explosive, I think, and missed. So we're switching over to armor piercing, and we're going to try and see if we can get some tasty little citadel hits on him. And those shells are looking pretty good, and we get 2 citadel hits for 11,500 damage. But yeah, so now that my grind up the destroyer, but now that my grind up the battleship lines is pretty much done, at least until they add new ones, I must now start focusing on cruisers, which is primarily going to be the Japanese cruisers. And we only got 1 hit there, that's unfortunate, but we're switching over to high explosive to try and deal with this Japanese destroyer, and the guns are ready to go. So take the lead and fire a salvo, and we land 2 hits and we take out his engine. So that's nice, but he will no doubt repair that immediately, and someone has just taken out our steering. Hooray! And some lag, maybe? Yeah, quite a bit of lag actually. So we'll let that sort itself out and take another stab at him, and we've taken out his engine again and set him on fire. And he's not going to be able to repair that one up at the moment, so he's going to burn and he's going to start slowing down. So we've got our front guns ready, and someone just steals our kill. But he's got torpedoes in the water on the way to this Turpitz. And unfortunately for, what was his name, Tech Arms 83, he was not able to avoid those torpedoes. But now we have to get out of here, because the majority of the enemy fleet has come this way, and you can see an Amagi, 2 Megamis, Turpitz, North Carolina, other Turpitz. I'm just going to fire some blind torpedoes. Maybe we hit something, maybe we at least dissuade the enemy from pushing too much. He's going to keep turning over and fire off the other torpedoes, but things are looking pretty grim on this side for us. Thankfully we're not spotted right now, but if we do get spotted again, we could be in a world of hurt. And some serious lag tonight. I do not know what the problem is. More lag, oh my god. Just know that as frustrating as it is for you guys to watch this kind of lag, it's even more frustrating to play with this kind of lag. Because like, my internet is at full speed. I did a speed test. Nothing's downloading, nothing's going on, but guess it happens. Megami next to us is also launching some torpedoes to try and cover our escape. And there's an Atlanta and a Cleveland, and we are detected, so we may as well open fire. We've got all 3 gun turrets on target for that Atlanta. We'll fire everything we have. And our torpedoes are missing everything, but that was kind of to be expected. It was more to try and prevent their chase rather than to actually hit anything. And we've still got 16 seconds or so to wait until we can reload our port torpedo tube. We'll just keep firing at the Atlanta and just trying to retreat. I think we are within detection range right now, so even if we stop firing, we will still be detected. And there's some planes who have been pretty much decimated, which is good. I didn't see those, so I wasn't a very good cruiser buddy. And Turpitz, just fire everything. I've actually played a few rounds in this ship recently, and I've been rather enjoying it. It could still do with more guns. 6 guns is not really enough, even though they're 8-inch. But I've been enjoying it. I haven't had any really fantastic rounds, but Hopefully this one will be different. But yeah, I mean, I'm really looking forward to Miyoko and Mogami and Zhao eventually. Not so much Ibuki. I've heard bad things about that one. And Tirpitz is coming into the channel. Our torpedo tubes are ready. He is slowing down, so he is not a complete noob. He kind of is expecting a wave of torpedoes and more bloody lag. And more bloody lag. Jeez. He's now disappeared. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't know I'm here. He knows the destroyer's there and is slowing down for his torpedoes. And we fire just as he is locked on again. But if he speeds up, maybe we might get lucky. Maybe. And there's the bow of his ship. And he's of course just disappeared. Just waiting to reacquire the target, and then we will start putting some high explosive loving downrange. And there he is. He's looking straight at us. We're going to have to turn hard and try and avoid. And we managed to avoid. We get 6 hits, and I think we took out his torpedo tubes, which is nice. And the Mogami. See how my torpedoes are doing. Actually, they're looking good. They're looking good. Yes, they're very good actually. What, 2 hits? 2 hits, 27,000 damage I think that was. Maybe I'm wrong. But we took out his engine as well. He's now flooding. He's probably put that out along with the fire, but he's down to very low health. See if we can finish him off. We only do 500 HE damage there, which is unfortunate. More torpedoes on the way. Someone set him on fire. This guy's very dead very soon. And there we go. We get 4 hits for 1300 damage, and we finish him off for our first kill. So take that, tier 8 battleship. And switching over to armor piercing for this Atlanta. Oh, and we miss. And I'm now looking at a destroyer and a battleship. So maybe switching over to armor piercing was a bad idea. We'll fire the AP at this destroyer. And keep the AP in case the Atlanta continues to push. But it looks like he's turning away. North Carolina might be coming through this little channel. But I don't think I'm going to get... I'm not going to be able to launch at the marker in time. So we'll fire behind it just in case he slows down. And there is the Atlanta. Still got our armor piercing loaded. So we'll let him have a salvo. And he's disappeared. And we get no hits, and I'm not sure where those landed. And it unfortunately looks like North Carolina has turned away and is no longer going to head into the channel. Fire our AP, switch over to HE, and we get 4 hits for 5,000. Wow. From armor piercing, that is impressive. Not bad at all. We've got a Margie behind us, detected by an aeroplane. Wonder where their carrier is. Probably pushed. Oh no, he's dead. Wonder when he was just alive. I wonder who killed him. But we're gonna now press this North Carolina and try and burn him to death. Been a pretty decent match so far, actually, especially considering that I'm one of the few tier 6s in this match, and everything else is tier 7 with a lot of tier 8s. We're going to fire our... oh no, our rear gun was ready, but we fired our gun, and now we're switching over to armor piercing and see if we can get some, and back to high explosive for the North Carolina. Just can't seem to make the right ammo choices today. So we'll fire a full salvo. Thankfully he's not really paying attention to us. 6 hits for 2,000, took out some things, so we can sort of fairly safely give him our broadside right now. He's just within torpedo range, but he would probably be out of it by the time they got there. and he's a very small target. And even on the tight spread, a lot of these Japanese cruiser torpedoes fan out quite a lot by the time they get to maximum range. And a bit of a crappy spread on that salvo. I've still got a few hits. Tirpitz, we just got to keep an eye on him. He is firing at us, and we did see it, hopefully in time. He sets us on fire, so he's using high explosive. He takes out our steering. And now North Carolina is turning towards us, or turning his broadside towards us, but his guns are not pointing us just yet. We get 5 hits, and we set him on fire again, and there come his shells, and we managed to miss the first salvo, managed to miss the second. He's down to 1800 health. Leave him alone, he's mine. I want him. 1700. Oh, 2 hits for 1600. He's 124 health left. We'll fire off another salvo. Hopefully our shells get there first. An incoming fire from the Tirpitz, minor damage. And yes, there we go. Bagged ourselves 2 tier 8 battleships. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, enemy team has a battleship, 2 cruisers and a destroyer left. They're their cruisers, an Atlanta and a Cleveland. Cleveland's firing over the mountain at us. He gets a hit for very light damage. We will survive. There's the destroyer, who just got taken out. Atlanta, who's been a pain all match. And we got to watch out for the Cleveland and the Tirpitz. Hopefully, what's our Margie over there can maybe take out the Atlanta, but we should win this. 5 minutes left. We are 150 points away from victory, with more ships and crucially an aircraft carrier. And there we go, torpedoes in from the carrier, and that's a very good drop by him, and he takes out the Atlanta. So now it is just a Tirpitz and a Cleveland remaining. And there's the Tirpitz 15 kilometers away. He's behind the island, so we're not going to be able to do too much to him at the moment. But just trying to close in a bit and find that Cleveland. Got the armor piercing loaded and ready, hoping we can find his citadel. It is obviously, as many of you know, it's very, very small and quite difficult to hit, but it is possible. And there's the Tirpitz. May as well open fire on him in the lead there and fire everything. And we are detected. And there's the Cleveland. We get 5 hits for 2000. Don't really want to get too much closer to either of these ships. My big advantage over the Cleveland, and those were probably just a bit low, is shell velocity. His is very slow, giving me a lot more time to dodge out the way. But if we get to within 10 kilometers, he will in all likelihood just shred me with his much higher rate of fire. So I want to try and keep a little bit of distance between us to give me more time to dodge and try and get out the way. And he has just run aground, and the torpedoes coming in. I probably shouldn't have even fired that salvo. I didn't see them quite in time, but he is dead, and that gives our team the 1000 points that we need for victory. So certainly not a bad match at all, I don't think. Especially, as I said, considering that was very much a tier 8 game, and I was one of the few tier 6s. So yeah, not bad at all. I'm actually starting to enjoy this ship. Definitely looking forward to the Miyoko though. But anyways, we got 66 target hits, 2 torpedo hits, 8 incapacitations, destroyed 2 enemy vessels, caused 3 fires, caused flooding twice, and got 2 citadel hits for 260,000 silver, 5,800 research. First place on the team by not that much. Mogami came first on the enemy team. We did 20,000 armor piercing damage, 25,000 HE, 6,000 from fires, 4,000 from flooding, and 27,000 from the 2 torpedo hits, and made ourselves 261,000 profit. which is obviously thanks to that key contribution to victory down below. Now for that research, this is my first win of the day, and obviously premium account and the 50% XP boost flag. But yeah, I'm starting to enjoy the ship, and a few more matches like this and Miyoko won't take too long to get to. But anyways, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, please feel free to hit the thumbs up button down below and consider subscribing for more World of Warships content, as well as Armored Warfare, War Thunder, and a few other things from time to time. Also be sure to check the description down below for links to my Facebook and my Twitter pages, as well as an email address that you guys can use if you have any really awesome replays that you'd like to submit with the chance of getting featured on my channel. But as I said, that is it from me. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is Predator458 signing off, and I will see you guys next time.